Here we are on the culvert job, so I thought I'd just jump on here and kind of do the voiceover. My audio just didn't come out that great today, but yeah, this is on a private road. I think there's like 9 doctors that live down here. These are actually houses and stuff like that my dad, his company mows and landscapes, so it's kind of his job. I'm just trying to do all the excavating and digging and helping him get that pipe and stuff like that in there. And also, I just thought I'd get on here and clear this up real quick. We did not replace that old pipe that you see right there. And we ended up going back with another 30-inch galvanized. So I tried to get him to take that one out. And the new one we put in, do like a triple walled plastic pipe. But like I said, you're dealing with 8 or 9 people. And they couldn't see the point of replacing that one. They didn't think anything was wrong with it. And they just wanted to add another one like it. So, like I said, it's not 100% my job. So I wasn't going to try to argue with them. But that's the reason why we just did the one galvanized and left that old pipe in there. I've also right there to the right have a 4-inch gas main that I'm getting ready to cross. So that takes a little bit of time because I'm digging, right over the top of it and not with it so much. So I had to kind of just take a little time to flake the edges of that off there, and it ended up being below the pipe, which I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be, but you never want to assume that and just start going to town digging or whatever and end up hitting it. So it took a little time to do that, but I think we had the road blocked off and back open again within like 6 hours. So it actually, once we got past that pipe, the material turned out to be really nice. And it dug pretty well, so yeah, now we just need to wait and see when we get a big rain if this road's still going to flood or not. But that kind of basically clears a little bit of that up, I guess. So we will get back to it. Yeah, that should work out. Coming out of the pipe. His CDL, so now we got 2 trucks. Which is pretty handy. Scare everybody. This is the first time I got to use my Felco Compaction wheel, and I've got to say I'm extremely happy with this purchase. This thing did a great job, and it seemed like it just saves a lot of time kind of doing the, you know, backfilling and compacting and stuff. So especially with the quick coupler, is nice because you can just throw the bucket off, toss this thing on. There's no lines or anything like that to hook up, but it did a great job even in this base rock. I know it looks like it's a little loose just because it loosens up the top of it, kind of where those pads are at, but on the bottoms of them, it's pushing that rock down and packing it in really nice. I can definitely see this thing being a huge time saver and getting used a whole lot. And then right here, I'm kind of using that plate on the back. That's what it's designed for, just kind of knocking down the rock or material, just kind of grading it out a little bit, trying to get it a little flatter, and then you can roll it in from there. So yeah, I'm glad that Felco put that on there for me. That thing's works pretty slick. I think here in a minute I actually speed this video up and you can see how much that level of that rock goes down. Towards the end it starts kind of picking the excavator tracks up and stuff like that. So, and it packs it in pretty well. And then I'm a little jerky at trying to get the motions down on rolling the stuff like that in, but that'll just get better with time. I mean, overall I am extremely pleased with this attachment. I can see this thing coming in handy in a lot of applications, especially with water lines and sewer lines and like backfilling around houses and in these culverts and stuff. So it should definitely make me a lot more efficient in the backfilling and compacting areas of some of these jobs. So I'm really looking forward to doing more in the future with these guys. But like I said, I definitely would recommend them if you're in the market for a compaction wheel. They pretty much will build you whatever size you want for I think pretty much any excavator you want. I know they go, I think for maybe even like a 12-inch compaction wheel all the way up to 36 or 48 or whatever. So yeah, they can pretty much custom build you to whatever your needs are. Be looking forward to more of this compaction wheel in some upcoming videos. new pipes in, backfilled, compacted, and got our base rock on there. So I think my dad's, he's gonna leave the rock on there for a while, but then at some point he'll come back and saw cut it a foot or 18 inches this side and actually over the top of this pipe and gonna concrete it back and everything, because the asphalt is like completely falling apart. And we're not gonna get any riprap or anything, because they just, I don't know if someone's been dumping this over the years, but we're just gonna kind of use these boulder. I mean, it's gonna be kind of like riprap, it's just not as pretty. But actually, first thing in the morning, I'm gonna use a couple of those pieces of concrete and kind of make like a dissipator pad. Need to dig some of that stuff out, but I guess kind of like they did here, just kind of maybe set some of that concrete in here. Well, all this will kick over here, because what it's been doing is this pipe's not been able to keep up, and basically that whole valley filled up, and it actually started running over the road, and then it was undermining the road. I mean, part of it washed out over there. So we're hoping, I don't know, like I said, another, that's a 30-inch pipe. That one, I think's a 36. You can tell he's a little smashed. And this is actually, this whole road is a private road. There's like 10 or 12 doctors and stuff that live down here, which is actually where I kind of got my start when I was 15. A friend of mine, he grew up at the end, so I dropped my tractor over here and brush hog all this, well, not here, but like across the street and there, behind that house, and all the rest of them down there. So yeah, some of these are some of my older customers I've had since I was 15, I guess. But my dad still pretty much mows. I think everybody's but 2 yards over here and does all their landscaping. So it's kind of his job. I was just doing all the excavating stuff. I tried to talk him into replacing that one and using triple walled plastic pipe, but they thought this one was fine. It wasn't rusted out. They didn't see any point in replacing it, and they didn't really think the plastic was what they needed. So I'm trying to clear that up. That's why we went with the galvanized, and we only did the one. So it's not quite what I don't know, would have liked to have done. But you got 10 or 11 people you're trying to talk to or persuade or whatever, and the majority of them didn't want to, so this is what they got. Hopefully it'll help a lot more than what it was. I don't know if it'll be enough still, but we will see. So yeah, tomorrow, like I said, first thing, dig it down here, put that concrete in there, then most of that's that bigger rock, and I'll just kind of try to put around there. And then I got some touching up to do on that other side, so we'll get back tomorrow and finish kind of cleaning this up.